Oh man, Sean got the body. Even if I club myself, I oil myself on them pussy. No, so the badness real. No, come on. When you ready? Go for them.
Yeah, new life, whatever.
Yo, tell me which pussy want for really give me a chat. 30 up the men speak up my girl and rally back. Hey, this a man a come and me a beg no do that. Never used to the school but I quickly me adapt. Drive up, pull the gate to the syrup from my place. My team with the boom but him never spot the exit. Go for the work. Coming off time for when you say anything in the house. I get the race, mine stick you like hot. Last better like chat, take him off for the hot. Last rolling rap chat, new gen, man I'm up start, them a actor. Me no sport with gun, baby them a actor. Mine stick you like hot. Last better like chat, take him off for the hot. Last rolling rap chat, new gen, man I'm up start, them a actor. Me no sport with gun, baby them a actor. Yeah, watch out, wrap my case together, better grip. If them listen.
Welcome to another episode of BNN. That's the Daily News Network, not CNN. You'll get more news from me than you ever will on CNN, because CNN is fake news, obviously. So the whole point of this broadcast is to tell you guys the news and tell you guys the shit that's going on and me giving my take on it, my personal take, which is the correct take, of course. I do that all while smoking a nice Cohiba. But first and foremost, before I get into the news, before I get into all this great news that I'm about to hit you guys in the face with, I want to reiterate that for those of you who know what I do, for those of you that work with me closely, you cannot deny that we are the guardians of the sea. We're the guardians of the sea. You don't believe me? That's what the ChatGPT rap song says. We're the fucking guardians of the sea. If you don't like it, you better fucking like it. Because the guardians of the sea ain't fucking around. They fucking seal the deal. Can't go wrong with the guardians of the sea. Speaking of guardians of the sea, meaning they are the kings of the sea. They're the kings. And speaking of kings, Mr. King Charles, the first official portrait since coronation is revealed, painted by Jonathan Yeo. If you guys haven't seen the painting that just came out of King Charles, it's very weird. I'll show you guys a picture of it, but I'd rather show you guys a video. So first of all, I personally think it's horrific. I think this portrait that King Charles came out is absolutely horrific. It just pays homage to who he is. If I want to pay him a compliment, it pays homage to who King Charles really is. So I'm going to show you guys the picture. I'm going to read what it says first. The vast oil on the canvas shows a larger-than-life King Charles in the uniform of the Welsh Guards. The vivid red work, measuring about 8 feet 6 inches by 6 feet and 6 inches, it's also painted this other bullshit. Look, yes, you've got him. In the new portrait, the king is depicted sword in hand with the butterfly landing on his shoulder. Unveilings are always a little nerve-wracking for both the sitter and the artist, but particularly when one of them is a king. So, I don't know, there has to be some type of symbolism with the butterfly, because I know the game got the butterfly tatted on his face, but what does the butterfly actually mean? I think it has something to do with pedophilia. We all know King Charles is very devious looking, but if you look at this painting, it looks like the painting is made out of blood. It's this weird red. It's just very weird. Look at this. So, very demonic. These guys aren't even hiding who they are anymore. So King Charles unveils the painting. I bet you they don't want the public to think it's blood, but that's how stupid they think everyone is. If this was seen as treasonous, I could literally pay for it with my head, which would be an appropriate way for a portrait painter to die, to have their head removed. So I don't know what he means by that. Probably playing some sick joke, this fucking Jonathan Guillot's irrelevant cunt. This guy is. Painting a fucking gruesome painting of King Charles like that. Yeah, these are a bunch of sick fucks that are running the fucking world. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that by now. And the President of the United States isn't actually controlling anything. As a matter of fact, the President of the United States, the current president, isn't even the president. I don't even know if the actual Joe Biden is alive anymore. Probably fucking dead and cloned off, and they got this fucking clone fucking around in the White House. Who fucking knows? I don't fucking know. So, interesting times to be living in. Fucking whack jobs all over the place. Pedophiles running around, weirdos, LGBT, fucking trans, men breastfeeding babies. It's fucking sick. A lot of sick individuals out there. You know who else is sick? Everybody who participated in Eurovision 2024. Now, I'm just going to give a brief summary of what Eurovision is. I'm not going to get into it. I don't really want to. It's not really a subject I care about too much, but I'll give it a few minutes. So the Eurovision Song Contest, often known simply as Eurovision, is an international song competition organized annually by the European Broadcasting Union. Each participating country submits an original song to be performed live and transmitted to national broadcasters via the Eurovision and Euro radio networks, with competing countries then casting votes for the other country's songs to determine a winner. So it's a pretty much American Idol, but it's over there in Europe. And this past year, this 2024 Eurovision had a bunch of satanic weirdos, a bunch of them. You gotta take a look for yourself. Take a look.
Malmö, are you ready? Let the Eurovision Song Contest begin.
See, what I tell you, fucking satanic weirdos, bunch of fucking weird drug addict, fucking losers, if you ask me. And I could fucking break all their necks. I can literally go up to a fucking Eurovision winner, fucking slap the shit out of him, and fucking grab him by his fucking neck and fucking smash him like the little bitch that he is. Fuck him. Fuck Eurovision. I don't give a shit about them. So moving on. Arizona Satanist is an interesting one. So Tempe Senator Juan Mendez welcomes Satanists to Arizona Senate for Nobel pursuits, leaving Republicans shocked. So what the fuck is going on there? This guy's introducing Satanists into the Senate. He's saying, oh, look, let's give these guys the Nobel Peace Prize. Total garbage. So there's a video. This guy, Sen Mendez, honoring the believers of Satan to the Arizona Senate, went viral on the internet. In the footage, the Democrat senator was seen saying, I would like to introduce a group of Arizonans, some from my district. The 86-second footage from the Arizona Senate made social media go into a frenzy days after the representative from Tempe made what had been described as a bizarre introduction never heard before. And of course the guy's wearing a fucking mask. What a clown this guy is, wearing a COVID mask in 2024. So he's wearing a COVID mask in 2024 and he's like talking all like this. 6 feet, Satanist will come. Fucking idiot. While requesting the Arizona Senate members to stand, San Mendez went on to say that they were members of the Temple of Satan are at the Capitol today to fight for the rights of more than 12,000 members of their denomination. So they're pushing this anti-God, pro-Satan agenda, whether it's Eurovision, whether it's Hollywood, whether it's Balenciaga pedophiles, whether it's in Arizona, everywhere they're pushing for this anti-God, pro-Satan agenda, and it's totally fucking disgusting, and it's fucking sick. I cannot fucking stand these people. What's stopping people from fucking seeking God? What the fuck is going on in the fucking world where these people are so fucking sick and pedophiles? God, man, I fucking hate this shit, dude. I fucking hate this shit. It just shit fucking pisses me off. Like all this shit fucking happening, and I'm fucking stuck on a boat, just fucking floating around. If I can do something, but whatever, fuck this shit, dude. So, that's what's going on there. Arizona, get your fucking shit together. Arizona, get your shit together. Now, there's another video I'm going to play that happened a few days ago out of New York City, that is, in the Bronx. So, the video is a little bit graphic. So there was this dude who walked up behind this woman, and he moored up to her neck, and he dragged her, and she fucking fell, hit the back of her head, went unconscious, and he dragged her between some cars and raped her while she was unconscious. Totally fucking disgusting.
And allegedly seen in this video using a belt as a lasso to strangle his female victim before dragging her unconscious body between some cars to rape her, is taking credit for his arrest. Beverly Parks, the mother of the suspect, 39-year-old Kashawn Parks, said that she was alerted to the crime by her daughter-in-law. Yeah, if you can believe it, the masked man in this video committing such a barbaric act of evil is allegedly a married father of two, with his youngest being just 1 year old. Beverly Parks says she begged and pleaded with her son for an entire night to do the right thing after learning about it from his wife, and that ultimately she says she was able to persuade him to turn himself into authorities. Kashawn Parks now faces a slew of charges, including first-degree rape, strangulation, and sex abuse, among other charges in connection with the May 1st attack. His mother claims that he has been drinking heavily and using drugs to cope with the recent passing of his father out in Belize, but that such excuses do not justify his actions.
What do I think is the right punishment for this dirtbag? I think it's absolute, swift, and immediate death penalty. Anybody who disagrees, fuck him. Anybody who disagrees and says, oh yeah, no, justice system, that's inhumane, yeah, he deserves a chance, no, fuck off. Even if you're the public defender, if you're the fucking lawyer for this guy, fuck you in advance. Go fucking kill yourself. Everything's fucked up in New York. I've never been to New York. I never wanted to go to New York. There's nothing in New York for me. New York is just a shithole when it comes to everything. Even people who live in New York, they care about New York and they grew up there, so they have that personal attachment to it, and they're gonna stay there because that's theirs. That's where they grew up. That's their home. But to see everything just come crashing down, the wave of migrants coming into New York City, being prioritized, being given homes when there's veterans out on the fucking street getting addicted to fucking drugs because they have no resources. The VA is drugging them up. Excuse me. And so these homeless veterans are being fucking kicked to the fucking curb every single time. But old fucking Pablo Escobar over here can come in and fucking gang rape some fucking deaf chick. Yeah, that's a real fucking thing. When Trump said they're bringing crime and they're bringing rapists and all this shit, he wasn't wrong. And he wasn't pointing the blame at Mexicans. I know that people say, oh yeah, no, this is Mexicans. But you gotta understand, everybody from all over the world enters, the majority of them, through Mexico, and Mexico's just allowing it. So Mexico is like if you ever seen the movie The Warriors, Mexico is like the orphans. They don't want any problems with anyone. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They just want to be, oh yeah, go ahead, pass through our area. We're not going to pose a threat to you. We're not going to challenge you. Just go ahead and pass by. We don't want to get demolished. And so that's what's going on. Absolute garbage going on in New York. And then Mayor Eric Adams wants to hire illegal immigrants as lifeguards.
Mayor Eric Adams is coming under fire for comments he made yesterday, pushing for migrants here in the city to be able to work. Some say he didn't quite get his point across. Take a listen.
How do we have a large body of people that are in our city and country that are excellent swimmers, and at the same time we need lifeguards?
Those comments garnishing some backlash online, with some users even labeling the mayor a bigot and a racist for suggesting migrants could make good lifeguards because they are excellent swimmers. During yesterday's news conference, the mayor also suggested migrants and asylum seekers be hired as food service workers and nurses, depending on their existing skills and the need for workers in those fields.
So this idiot, this police chief, Eric Adams, wants to hire illegal immigrants as lifeguards and police. Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't that fucking backwards? What the fuck is he incentivizing these people? There's New Yorkers who can barely afford their rent, who are fucking getting replaced, essentially. They're getting gentrified out of the fucking city by illegal immigrant rapists. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and something needs to be done. You see, when they take away the guns, any place where they take away the guns or where they don't have guns, they get rolled over. They get fucking destroyed. So if you live in a Democrat city or a Democrat state, be prepared to be destroyed, because that's what's the inevitable. That's what's going to happen. So Eric Adams wants to have illegal immigrant lifeguards, illegal immigrant military, illegal immigrant police. But he wants to put Trump in Rikers Island. Totally fucking garbage. Eric Adams, come see me. I'll fuck you up any day of the week. Expect a phone call from me, and we can settle a boxing match, and I'll fuck you up. Give you a run for your fucking money, dude. Eric Adams, fuck you. You're a fucking piece of shit. Dirtbag. So I'm gonna call Eric Adams tomorrow. You wanna have time? I'm gonna put a call to the mayor of New York's office, because he's a fucking coward, dude. I don't know your police achievements or whatever. I really don't give a fuck. All that is fucking past tense, dude. All the shit you're doing now, you're destroying your own fucking city, dude. You're turning it into fucking a literal Gotham City. So Eric Adams, fuck you. Yep. And I think the people of New York would agree with me if I were to tell Eric Adams to go fuck himself. Because look, this motherfucker is worse than Gavin Newsom right now. Like, and that's saying a lot. I don't know anybody who's worse than Gavin Newsom, but Eric Adams is like, they're like trying to outdo each other of who's the shittiest person in politics. Gavin Newsom's fucking up an entire state, but Eric Adams is fucking up New York City like quickly. It's already been fucked up for a long time now, and now he's just putting the nail in the coffin, and he's making it uninhabitable. Nobody wants to live in New York City anymore. There's this other gentleman who was running for mayor of New York City. I don't remember the guy's name, but I think his name was Carlos Siwa or Suila or something like that. I don't know. Seems like a good guy. Seems like he cares legitimately for the people of New York City, and I think he would make a better mayor than Eric Adams any day. We wouldn't have any of this bullshit going on in New York City if the other candidate, or if anybody but Eric Adams, was in office. Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, should also resign, and possibly do time, because all this bullshit going on with the Trump is a total political hit job. That's not just my opinion. I think that is the truth, and when time progresses, people really will realize that all this shit going on with Trump is total garbage. And wait till he gets back in office. Everybody wait till Trump gets back in office. A lot of this shit is going to stop. This open border bullshit is going to stop. All this shit with Russia and China and Ukraine and all that, all this sending money to Ukraine, all that shit's gonna stop. Oh, we're even going to leave NATO. Yeah, but the border is being fucking invaded. Not just the southern border, but the northern border is also being invaded. And there's terrorists coming in from the northern border as well. So everyone's distracted with the southern border, which rightfully so. I mean, the southern border is being like fucking mowed over by a majority of people from who knows where the fuck they're from all over different parts. You don't even know who they are. You don't even know who's coming in anymore because they get away from Border Patrol. There's literal terrorists in the United States of America. These guys, the left always tries to deflect everything. And they try to say, oh yeah, right-wing conspiracy theorists. Total fucking garbage. These people are fucking vaccinated, cucked individuals. They're vaccinated, they're cucked. Their pee-pee probably doesn't even fucking work anymore. But read this. Right-wing U.S. media covered fiction as fact. A non-existent terrorist attack from Canada at Rainbow Bridge. And there's influx at the southern border. But I was also reading on influx at the northern border as well. More terrorists. Border Patrol is reporting that more terrorists are being apprehended at the northern border than at the southern border. At the southern border, you're just getting a shitload of people. But at the northern border, you're getting a shitload of terrorists. People on the terror watch list. And I actually used to work at a federal facility, and I seen what they do with these people. They bring them in first. They bring them in first into the facilities, and then they find out who they are. To a certain extent, they can have fake names or whatever the fuck. They can have multiple fake names, and they can have warrants in multiple different countries. But then from there, they take them to wherever they either release them into America, criminal record and everything, or they deport them. But rarely do they deport them. Most of the time, they just keep them, and they don't deport anybody. You know, the Biden administration says they were deporting people, but they really weren't deporting people. They just want you to think they're deporting people, and then they fly them in overnight at San Diego airport. So it's totally fucked up, and then we pay for it. So, yep. You want to know why your taxes are going up? That's fucking why. All the wars going on, your taxes go up, your gas goes up, your food goes up, everything goes up. Everything goes up, and you get fucked in the end. Especially if you live in California, or New York, or any Democrat state. You totally get fucked. They bring in all these foreigners. You can barely afford your rent, while the foreigners get everything for free. And then you have to eventually surrender your home. You have to surrender your rights. You can't arm yourself. If someone breaks into your home, you can't defend yourself. As Mr. Conj always says, what the fuck is going on in the world, my brother? Crazy fucking shit. Crazy fucking shit. But I do have some good news. I do have some very, very good news. Depending on how you look at it. But for me, it's good news. So this article is from the Babylon Bee out of Washington, D.C. To avoid further embarrassment from bewildering and offensive speeches, White House officials have installed a breathalyzer on Kamala Harris's microphone. The decision was reportedly made in a closed-door meeting in which top administration advisors elected to equip her with a microphone that won't turn on unless she tests free of mind-altering drugs and below the blood alcohol concentration threshold of 0.08%. Hopefully this will help us avoid more disasters, said one White House insider. We've just been going into these speeches blind. Everything will seem to be going smoothly, then all of a sudden she's up there slurring her speech, dropping F-bombs and laughing like a serial killer. Installing the breathalyzer will mitigate some of the risk involved with giving her a live mic. So they're really trying to cover up these guys' drug addictions. They're trying to cover up Biden being a creepy old pedophile who's high on fucking every pill in the book, and he takes like 20 hours of sleep per fucking day. and they have to fucking drag him everywhere, and he poops his fucking pants. So they're trying to cover that shit up. Or they're trying to cover up that Joe Biden's dead. The real Joe Biden's dead, and then they have this clone. It might be Jim Carroll with the mask. Who fucking knows? I'll find out tomorrow. I'll call again tomorrow. But good work in giving Kamala Harris a breathalyzer in her microphone. That way she can be a responsible adult. So, I don't know. Maybe Kamala Harris has some DUIs that we don't know about. Maybe she has a criminal record that we don't know about. But maybe these people have criminal records that we don't even know about. So, I don't know. Just food for thought. Food for thought. So Biden's sending more aid to Israel. He's sending $1 billion of aid to Israel after saying that he won't give them any more aid. This dude needs to make up his fucking mind. What the fuck are we doing? Why are we giving him more aid? Come on, Biden. You totally fucking suck. So, but he sucks on purpose because he's trying to purposely suck to bring everything down so he could make his masters happy and they can give him more adrenochrome or more, another baby to fucking sniff. I don't fucking know, dude. The guy's fucking... Either he's stupid, or he's doing that shit on purpose because he's a sick satanic fuck that plays around to be a fucking Catholic. And what a coincidence. A lot of Catholics get in trouble for being pedophiles, and what do you fucking know? Biden's a pedophile. So anyways, I'm going to conclude this very soon because I have some stuff that I have to do. I need to get my exercise out of the way, of course. I need to do that every single day, and so should you. But the thing that really helps me get through the day is coffee and cigars. Can't go wrong with coffee and cigars. So before I end this broadcast, I'm just going to go through some articles real quick. There's a Trump time travel. For those of you who don't know about that, look into it. Just Google Trump time travel. And then as well as Baron Trump, Last President. It's a book that came out, I believe, in the year 1890. Very interesting book. Is it a coincidence? I think not. So with that being said, thank you all for joining me on tonight's broadcast of the Bailey News Network. And I will see you next time.